slow it down. It doesn't matter the number that you're seeing on the stack. What matters is how does the muscle feel while you're doing it? Is it burning? Does it feel great?
It's burning big time.
Love this exercise, especially at the top, that extra squeeze, it does everything to it. And Marissa, she's fresh off her bikini win. Myself and Ali, we just finished judging this competition. She looked amazing. She absolutely deserved her win. And I've seen her win in the past. She's been competing since she was 17 years old. She's very passionate for the sport. She also does coaching. She has her own clothing company. She's doing everything. And so I highly suggest you follow her on Instagram, TikTok, use her as motivation, inspiration for yourself. All right, we're here at O2 Wellness. I'm here with Marissa.
Gorjizadeh.
Gorjizadeh. Sounds like gorgeous. Gorjizadeh? Gorjizadeh.
Almost. You got it.
I'm getting real close.
I'm not gonna repeat it again.
And so we're gonna be doing a full body workout together. She's competing in a couple months in a tested competition. Her goal to get an IFBB Pro card. She's been competing since the age of 17. She's only 23 years of age. And guess what? She has a identification, please. Bionic arm. And how do you even do that? How is that moving? Is it mentally like what's going on? How are we using this?
Muscle flexion. Yeah, for sure. So just these two muscles here is how I open and close it.
Okay, so mentally you just like think of one side and you just kind of flex it and then it opens the hand and closes the hand?
So it's basically mind controlled, but like muscle control, mind muscle control.
Wow. And so when you're lifting weights, say you're doing a lat pull down, you literally just think about like flexing that muscle and it like squeezes and then you pull down?
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Basically. I was always this shy, young, like skinny girl in school. And once I got my first prosthetic arm, it was my weightlifting device. When I was 16, I started going to the gym and I just fell in love with it at that point. And I always loved, going to the gyms on Friday nights, Saturday nights, doing my own thing. I was very much introverted and I would rather go to the gym like it was my playground than like go with my friends and party and, do all that. So I kind of just fell in love with it at that point, and then I was just, I got addicted, and then that's it. So I typically like to start my workouts with a 10-minute warm-up, usually on the Stairmaster or the bike. I do this to prevent injury and just to get me more, energetic, get me motivated to start my workout, especially on leg days. I usually just do it on moderate speed, level like 4 to 6 on the stair climber.
Exercise number 1, it's going to be the front squat. And so I asked, well, why aren't we doing the back squat? And so what's up with that? Why aren't we doing back squats?
So for back squats, for me, it's super difficult for me to get my arms into the position of being behind my neck. So I usually just do front squat like this way, and I just focus on the exercises that I can do rather than the exercises that I can't do, and I try my best with what I can do at the end of the day.
And you can see she's breaking parallel. She's having no trouble with that. Very vertical, she's upright, she's not leaning forward. This is excellent form, excellent technique. You can see she's clearly worked on this, done this for a lot of time. She's warming up, she doesn't need a belt. Great flexibility, picture perfect front squat. Okay, and so how many sets and reps, what are we doing here?
So I usually stick to about 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps, and I increase the weight each time, each set.
All right, so you're going harder than last time on every set?
Going harder than last time.
All right, let's see it. So she's getting the bar up, walking back. It's very stable, upright. Bars placed properly, high on the shoulders. And check out the depth, way below parallel, very flexible. If you're not that flexible, you don't have to go that low. And look how upright her form is. She is impeccable, her form is bang on.
So pre-core hack squats, I've never tried this before.
This is my absolute favorite leg machine. I'm so excited we're gonna be using this. She's never done it. I can get to show her a little bit of from me. I'm gonna learn from her, she can learn from me. And so I have lower back problems. I find it really hard to squat. My doctor told me don't do squats anymore. This one I can do, it alleviates all the pressure on my lower back. And so let's give this a try. Okay, so basically you can place your feet wherever you want. If you want to place your feet higher, get more hamstrings, lower on the platform, gonna get more quads. You can go wide, toes out, toes in. I like to go pretty close. All you have to do, hands on, push out, pull the bar up, that unracks it, and you basically just do a regular squat. You can do so with no hands, for example. You can grab on. Love this exercise. No strain on the lower back. So can't wait to see if you like it as much as I do. And so what would you say is the strength of yours? Do you favor more your quads, hamstrings? Where would you say the weaker area is for you?
Definitely weaker areas with my hamstrings.
Hamstrings. Okay, so for her, we're going to suggest putting your feet higher in the platform. That way we're working out more of the hamstrings rather than the quads. You can see quads are huge already. Looks great. She's going slow on the way down, faster on the way up, working the eccentric. Remember, time under tension is important. Each set should last perhaps around 40 seconds. If it's faster than that, you're not really getting the most out of the exercise. Very lightweight. The bar, there's no plates loaded on. It's 94 pounds. Even though there's no weight on, it still weighs 94 pounds. How's it feel?
Pretty heavy.
Pretty heavy. Good stuff. Doesn't look hard, but 94 pounds is a decent weight to start. And so she does about 4 sets of 10 to 12, as she said. So each set she's gonna go a little bit heavier than the last time.
So these plates here, they're a bit harder for me as they don't have handles. So just depending on the gym, I usually differentiate on how I pick up the plates. Like, so for these, for example, instead of me picking up like a large 45 plate, I'll probably put like a couple 25 pounds just to make it easier for me to grasp onto and put onto the machine.
Up next, we're gonna be training some hamstrings. She said that was one of her weaker muscles, so we're gonna prioritize that by doing it earlier on the workout. Just think, if you're training quads, doing leg extensions first, you may not have the energy towards the end of your workout. So by doing this earlier, we're gonna make sure she has plenty of energy to push harder than last time. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Rock it. This is a great exercise, great machine.
I've never squeezed that hard or got that full range of motion before, so my hamstrings are definitely gonna be sore tomorrow.
Okay, and so there you have it. So perhaps her hamstrings being a weakness, she wasn't able to get the proper mind-muscle connection and really squeeze it hard at the top part of the motion. And today she got that. She's saying she's gonna be sore tomorrow, and so that could be just the tip that she needs. And so remember, if you're training with a partner, try and learn from them. What are they doing that you're not doing? You can brainstorm, feed off each other, and be better because of it.
So I'm gonna do 4 sets, just like everything else.
And so she's doing 4 straight sets. And if you want to save time like me, I like to go from one machine to the next. That way I can do the adductors while the abductors are resting. Really squeeze hard on the extension, as far as you can. Hold it if possible for a brief second, and then slowly come back. Hard on the way up, squeeze, slowly lower it back together. That's it. Really working the abductors and the glute medius in this exercise, often overlooked by many of the guys. Girls, they're always doing these exercises. Guys, they think it's not important. Trust me, you don't want to skip out on this exercise. That's great. Awesome.
So I'm super weak with my hip adductors, so I do like to go super light, about 15 reps each time. Typically, usually I would get injured doing this machine if I would go super heavy. There were times where I had to ice my inner thigh muscle because of it, and I couldn't walk for 3 days. So this time I'm just gonna go super light, do about 15 reps. and then gradually increase from there, but not go too heavy.
And so a tip for you, if you are typically getting injured on exercise, the thing to do is go slower, lighter weight, higher reps. We don't always need to ego lift. So many people think you got to do 5, 6, 7, 8 reps. You don't need to. When I do this exercise, I'm typically doing 15 reps or more. Mind-muscle connection. Rather than training harder, train smarter. We don't want her to get injured, so rather than using heavier weights, lighter weights, slow up the tempo, avoid injury. Really squeeze. Squeeze all the way together, touch this together, hold, and slowly lower the weight. That's it. Together, squeeze tight, down. That's it. If you pause every rep, you're going to take away that chance of injury. You can't use this heavier weight. Increases the mind-muscle connection. And also, time under tension goes up that little bit extra. It's good. Slowly wake it out. And if you get fatigued, you can push on the hot. Yeah, just take your hands. You can squeeze together as you get tired. That allows you, if you're an advanced trainer, to do forced reps. Squeeze together at the top. The first few sets when it's light, don't need to do this, but on your last set, really trying to get the burn for advanced lifters, force reps by pushing with your hands. You notice the difference? That squeeze, it makes it that much harder. If you swing the weights, it's so easy. But if you really slow it down and concentrate, you could use literally half the weight and feel it that much more. So up next, leg extensions. Look at the quads on this girl. You can see them flexing here. So important to go up faster than you go down. So up fast, let's pause briefly, and then slow on the way down. Up fast, pause, slow on the way down. Mind-muscle connection. Remember, we're not trying to get injured, we're not ego lifting, we're really trying to feel it in the front of the quads. The quadriceps, 4 muscles, hence quad. And so all too often, people rush their way around here. They go too fast. Slow it down. It doesn't matter the number that you're seeing on the stack. What matters is how does the muscle feel while you're doing it? Is it burning? Does it feel great?
It's burning big time.
Love this exercise, especially at the top, that extra squeeze, it does everything to it.
Wow.
After you do the set, rather than sit, please stand up and move around. The blood is going to flow into the legs. By moving around, you get milking action that's going to occur. It presses on the veins, pushes blood back up. After a hard leg press set, you can actually have all the blood rush into your legs and get lightheaded, it's queasy. You might notice people throwing up on leg day. It's not because you train too hard, it's because you trained wrong. You're not supposed to puke when you lift weights. Where exactly do you feel the burn on this? Is this a glute exercise? Do you feel in your quads? Like, what's going on here?
Primarily my quads, and then I would say my glutes for sure. Like, yeah.
All right, and so if you want quads and glutes like this, give this exercise a try. And so I noticed there's more weight on one side than the other. Care to explain why you've chosen to do this?
So obviously my right side is more stronger than my left, so I do have to put more weight on the right side than the left so I can have balance and get a equal workout in on both arms. Sometimes I usually just like to do one arm at a time so I can really focus on that muscle group and that specific arm instead of focusing on both.
And so does it hurt on this side to push? Is it painful to actually use the prosthetic arm?
It's not painful to use it, but I would definitely say that muscle fatigue in this arm is just obviously way worse than this arm. So it's like the first 6 or 7 reps, this arm's already tired. So I have to let it break, have a little break, and then I go into this arm.
And so I have to ask, you did your first bikini competition, and obviously you're the only one with a prosthetic arm. Did that have you nervous? Were you intimidated? Did you think the other girls would perhaps make fun of you, or were you nervous about what other people would think?
I was definitely a little bit nervous to be judged in comparison to, you know, full body people, full limb people. I was more so self-conscious in the beginning stages, but you know, as I kept stepping on stage each time. I've been on stage now 4 times. My confidence has definitely increased since then, and it's gotten easier each time. And I've definitely overcame that self-conscious feeling that I've had. That it was just a feeling. It was nothing more than just a feeling that you can just get over it. So I love this exercise for competing and stepping on stage to really give you that V taper. It really focuses on building your lat muscles to give you that X frame and to make you have an overall hourglass figure as I like on stage. Training upper body, I like to do unilateral exercises and really focus on my individual arm. So this is my weaker side, obviously, and I really like to focus and have that mind-muscle connection and use one arm at a time to really focus on that muscle. So I like to self-squat on most of my upper body exercises. It really helps me on the last couple of reps get that burn, get that pump going, and really build that strength in my left arm here.
Look at the abs on this girl. And so I gotta ask, are you doing abs like 7 days a week? How do you get a 6-pack like this?
I do about 2 sets of abs per week, 15 reps. I don't go super heavy. Don't use weight either, just body weighted exercises, and that's about it. Abs are made in the kitchen.
Abs are made in the kitchen, absolutely. Having a low body fat percentage, that's allowing her to see the abs. And so let's see the couple sets that she does. Let's check out what she does. And she's doing V-ups, that's working lower abdominals, upper abdominals all at the same time. Great control, going slow. Squeeze at the top, really get a burn. Squeeze there, slowly go out. Remember, it's not a race. Try to do a set of about 40 seconds. So rather than speeding up the reps, go slower. All too often, people are trying to rush through a workout. Slower you do it, the harder it's going to be. Remember, work out smarter, not harder. It's great. Nice.
Do you see me shaking?
All right, and that's a wrap. Hopefully you learned something. And if you want to follow you, how can they do that? What's your channel? Like, how do we do that?
So I'm on Instagram. My name's Marissa Issa on Instagram. TikTok, Marissa Bahar. We'll put everything in the...
We'll have that link in bio, and so you can check her out by doing that. Give her a follow. Highly motivating. Wish her the best. Hopefully she can get her IB Pro card next year. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IB Pro. Check out the Bloops. Also harder than last time supplements, including Turkesterone, protein powder, creatine, beta-alanine, you name it. Get the link in the description. Free training programs. Click the link in the description. Subscribe. Click the bell button. Comment for the algorithm. And don't forget about the cookbooks, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team. And until next time, we're out.